Hey guys, it's David here with Sheepdog Services. Tonight I'm actually out in my shop. I got another build to make for a friend of mine and his girlfriend, or I'm sorry, his fiance. So they're both in the same field I am. They need a wall caddy, so I'm gonna be building a different version than the one I did for myself. And this video, I plan on taking you through all the steps that I'm doing, the dimensions, and all the way to the staining, to the installing the hardware and everything else that I'm doing. All right, it's gonna be a couple of days for me, but it should only be just a few minutes for y'all. All right, y'all enjoy. All right, guys, so check it out. What I'm starting off with, I got two 1x8 by 8 foot long. I got two of them, and then I have a half inch 2x4 piece of birch that I'm gonna use as the backing of it. All right. Of course, I'm gonna stain all this, and I'm gonna do the wood burning on it as well. So let me get started. I'm gonna start doing a couple measurements and some cuts, and I'll walk you through it whenever I get done. All right. All right. So like I said, it is a 1x8 by 8 foot long. And I did measure it all the way down to make sure it was exactly 8 foot long, and believe it or not, it was, coming from a big box store, lumber store. So I'm gonna mark here at 4 foot. And square out. And there's my cut line. This is going to be pretty simple just because of the dimensions. All I'm doing is cutting the 8 foot board into 4 foot. That way it can go on the sides. It's going to be the long way. And that should give me, the shelving and some other stuff. So let me get this cut and we'll move on. All right, guys. So that last one I measured, those are going to be the shelves. These are going to be the sides. And I want them at 2 foot 6 inches. That gives me 6 inches off the backboard in case they want to add anything else later on. So I'm gonna simply make the measurement, make that mark right there. Come up here with my square, and again, I'm gonna put my pencil on the mark, bring my square up to it, and then go ahead and make my line. All right, that's my cut line right there. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that, and then we'll measure another 2 foot 6 inches and cut it right there, and that'll give me my two sides. Alright guys, so now that I got my boards cut down, the two 4 foot ones and the two 2.5 foot long ones, next step I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and knock out the sanding. I'm going to start with the 80, then I'm going to hit it with the 120, then the 220. I feel like this is one of the mistakes that I made on the last one that I built for myself. I waited until the whole thing was assembled and then tried to sand it, and there was too many tight corners and stuff like that, and I don't feel like the sanding was done as good as it should have been. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the sanding this time, so I don't have to wait, and I don't have to worry about it whenever it's done and assembled. Everything's already sanded. I can go back through with just a little hand piece and clean up any little spots that I might need to. It always helps to plug stuff in, especially when it runs off of electricity. Alright guys, that should be enough video of me sanding. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this down, the 120 and the 220, and I'll get back with you. Alright guys, so this here is gonna be the back side. I'm gonna put some pocket holes all the way around it, that way I can attach my tops, my bottom, and my two sides. Alright, so let's get this done, get this project all knocked out. You can put as many as you like. I know there's gonna be some heavy stuff probably put on it, so I like to put a fair amount. How much is a fair amount? I don't know, until I get tired of doing it, I guess. Always lock my jig in place. Then I put my thumb up here so it doesn't go anywhere. Y'all, whenever you're doing your pocket holes, if you ain't never used them before, or if you ain't never used this kind of jig before, I always like to start the drill before I touch the metal or the wood. Gives a little bit better of a cleaner of a pocket hole. So instead of sticking it all in until it touches and then hitting the drill, I like to come just right there. Always got plenty of speed before it hits the wood, and it just cuts it better. That may be common sense to some folks it may not be, so. Or maybe, you know, somebody may never have done it before. This here will be on the back side, so all these here will be hidden. I'm still gonna fill the holes. Last time, whenever I done my personal one, I filled all the holes with stainable wood putty. I think this time I may try some Bondo. Yes, Bondo. There's a couple of people on YouTube you can look up, different woodworking groups, and they've actually done videos on which one does better, whether wood glue works better with some sawdust in it, or actual stainable wood filler, or if Bondo, and you know, they had a whole bunch of other different kind of things to fill the holes with. Do it. But you can look at those videos and you can make your own decision. The Bondo I done last time, it didn't really stain that very well, and you can clearly see where the the wood filler. You can clearly see where the wood filler was when I stained it, and it irritates me even thinking about it right now. But the Bondo is supposed to work pretty decently, so I'm gonna probably try that this time. You know what, just so y'all can still see what's going on. So this here is obviously the bottom, or it could possibly be the top. It doesn't really matter. Turn it over. I'm gonna do some more. think the sides might be a little bit easier to put on first, because like I said, this is the back side. I'm trying to line everything up so that, you know, so it lines up. That's no bueno. I'm not supposed to be all the way through there. All right. So you wanna find which side is gonna be more eye appealing. Now remember, we are gonna burn the wood, so see how this side doesn't have a whole lot of grain? The grain's actually gonna pop out a lot more whenever you burn it. So I like to put the one with the most grain pointed out, the one that's gonna be seen the most. Because to me, my personal opinion, I think it looks better. You do whatever you feel looks best for you. I'm gonna do the French cleat system for it. That's kind of loud. Do the French cleat for it. I'm gonna use this here for the French cleat. So I'm gonna not only line it up. Yeah. So not only am I gonna line it up with the top up here, I'm gonna push this board in and line it up flush with it, so that whenever you go to hang it on the wall, it's all nice and flush. Just send it. There we go. Hey. Move it down here. This other side. There we go. I'm gonna have to put some screws on the sides, simply because that's gonna be quite flimsy if I don't. Some of y'all probably picked up on that already. I guess I can get this guy out the way because that's no longer needed. There we go. Alright. So I got the sides and the top and the bottom put on. Now I'm fixing to, I've already measured, you know, the inside is 4 foot exactly. So I measured exactly at 2 foot. That's gonna be my divide right here. And I'm gonna center this. It's gonna be I've already measured both ends. And then with that being like that, I put 2 screws on the bottom back here and 2 up at the top, and then line it up in the back and put some in the back just for extra stability. And then I still gotta come across here. I'm gonna add another little shelf for them. So I gotta measure the inside of this here, which is, I know this is 4 foot, but I just gotta take into account the thickness of this here and then cut a board for that. All right, guys. So like I said, I went ahead and cut these here, both of them, and then I used the pocket holes. You can see them right there. And that's how I put them in together, or attach them to the back and to the sides. Went ahead and cut the middle right here. Nothing to it. I did add a couple of screws right here, just to put that on there. Like I said, I did the same thing at the top. All right. So once you get here, you're pretty much done, unless you want to do something else. I mean, there's plenty of room here that you could cut right here off, or add another board right here, add some shelving right here if that's what you wish to do. The possibilities is only limited to your imagination, right? So right now, next thing to do is, well, my favorite part, and that's to do the burning on it and make all that grain pop out whenever you go to stain it. That's the only difference in staining it without burning it and staining it with burning, is it makes a grain pop out. All right. So let me put this down and set everything up, and we'll get to burning on it. I like to use my big blowtorch, but I'm out of gas on the 5-pound tank, so gotta make do. Here, I'll bring y'all over here so you can see it a little bit better. Turn this bad boy back on. You can see how the grain, it gets a little bit darker than the other parts of it. And once you do this, you still need to sand like the soot off. And then when you go to stain it, it'll still pop out a little bit better than the rest of the wood will. Just where those grain lines are, and it'll look a lot better. Or at least to me it does. It's completely up to you if you want to do it this way or not. So either way. Alright, let me get this done. It's gonna take a while doing it by hand. And I ain't gonna bore y'all to death. Alright guys, here it is with the wood burn on it done. Now, I'm sure y'all noticed that the backboard hasn't been burned, and that's because that's birch. The grain doesn't pop out like that does, like on the pine. So I don't burn that on mine. You can do it if you want to on yours, but it just doesn't look any different really. It's just burned wood. But next I'm gonna throw some what am I trying to say? Not polish, but some stain. There we go. Some wood stain on it. See on the back here, I'm gonna put a board through here. I'm gonna glue it on there. That way that oh heck, hold on. Through all back, it's gonna go from one side all the way across. And that's just simply so that I can do the French cleat system on it, and it'd be a little bit easier to mount it to the wall. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. And then, well, of course, you got to put your the hardware on there so that you can hang your vest and anything else. So other than that, she's about done. So hang tight. I'll throw some I don't know why I can't seem to think of it. Throw some stain on it. There we go. All right, I'll throw some stain on it, and then we'll get back with y'all. All right. All right, guys. So y'all seen me have it done with the burning on it, and well, the last thing I got to do is stain it, and I'm gonna be using the Minwax wood finish penetrating stain, the espresso. So that's what I'm gonna put on there. I'm gonna throw it on there real quick. It's not hard. All you do is just grab a rag or something, and you just brush it on there, and then you wipe it off. That's all there is to it. I don't really feel like there's any need for me to do a video on that. If you got any or questions or anything like that, just leave it in the comments, and I'll get back with you. Okay. All right, fellas. Here it is with the dark espresso stain on it. So I went ahead and I did put these screws up here in the top like that. I actually like it though. But anyway, that's not what I'm here talking about. I did the black or the espresso stain, making it real dark, and then I'm fixing to cut the board I have for, well, I don't know what I've done with it. I just had it. I got a nut, here it is right here. I'm gonna cut this board right here at a 45-degree angle on the table saw there. And I'm gonna glue it to the back so that you can use it as a French cleat system. I'm gonna just probably set it just right across through here. Hey guys, so I finished up the wall caddy. The customers already came and picked it up, and they're really happy with it. Unfortunately, I forgot to film putting on the hardware. But if you're interested in it, what I'm using, all it was the black cast iron fittings. You can go to Lowe's, and they're down the plumbing aisle. You're gonna need a flange, a little 1-inch connection, and a T connection, and a couple of pipes and some end caps. Then you're gonna want to pick up some 3/4 inch screws. Make sure that the heads are number 10 so that it'll hold the flange securely to the plywood or whatever kind of wood you choose to use. All right. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please hit that thumbs up if you like the content. If you haven't already, consider subscribing for me. If you got any questions whatsoever, go ahead and put them in the comments below. I answer every one of them that I get. All right. Y'all take care.